Please wait. NFL
Boom.
What's up, guys?
We're here.
Holy fuck, it's for real. What's going on?
Yeah. What's going down, guys? How you doing, Sarah?
Oh, I ran out of hours in the day, but I'm good.
Yeah, that's the story of my life right now. Joe, how are you?
I'm the same as y'all.
Yeah.
Same as y'all. Too much to do, no time. No time to do.
Yeah, I have so much less time now that I quit my job because all the things I want to do, I can do, but that's a lot of shit. And then I still got to go to work. And now that I'm at the house, I got to take care of shit around here. And then my oldest son has a job now.
Yeah.
My 18-year-old son has a job. Yeah.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm not I don't pay for babysitters and all that. I never have in my life. I find a family member or I do it myself. So with the times when I'm not at work, then I have to take him to work, and I got to watch my youngest daughter. So sheesh.
Oh yeah, the shit, like watching the kids is where your shit just goes completely sideways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at it now, though. She's real independent.
Yeah.
By the time you get to kid number 4, you know how to teach them independence early.
Oh yeah, mine are super, but we all know how Jack is. So it's one of those things where I can't really he can do all of his own shit. Like
Just gotta
he's cool, but you
keep
gotta
it
watch
to
him.
the ground, yeah, just to
Like
see what the hell's going on.
I had a recruiting meeting the other day, and I came in here and I got everything pulled up for it, and we were sitting there. I went out for a minute. We were playing a video for the recruit, and I walked out for a minute. Jack's nowhere to be found, and I was like, crap. So I look outside first. I'm like, is he back on the roof finally? Like, did he get brave enough? He's not outside. I keep looking. He's not in the bathroom. I go to my room. I'm like, he's got to be in here. There's nowhere else he could be. He was in my bathroom. And and it was my fault for leaving it out because I know better. I had left a bottle of aloe vera gel out because I had put it on that fire ant bite that I got, which still hurts, by the way. It's not near as bad as it was, but it's still painful. I left that out, and he had rubbed it all over the mirror.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I cannot. It's still, my mirror is still when you first buy a mirror and it's got that film over it. That's still where I'm at.
It's still
No, I'm a checker on her. I check on the kids. I check on my 18-year-old. I get up and go look in there and see what he's doing.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes, a whole whopping 5 minutes. Well, and we don't have a TV now, so
he's really on the prowl.
Oh yeah, now he really needs stuff to do. Like, I hooked up a second monitor in here for the computer, and I will drag Google over to that screen, and he'll watch YouTube while I'm in here doing stuff.
Yeah, my kids don't watch television.
Yeah,
my kids don't watch TV. They just watch YouTube. They watch TikTok.
Yeah, they never. Every now and then he'll find a show he likes and he'll watch it, but for the most part, it's just I just want to watch YouTube. Like, I want to learn how to do stuff. But then he wants to go try to do the stuff that he learns, and it's like this is where we have an issue.
Yeah,
but today, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to bring the vacuum cleaner in here because I tried to sweep it up. I told you guys. Well, I guess I'll tell everybody. I have chickens. 4 baby chicks.
Starting a petting zoo. The news edition is here. It's chickens.
Bring the kids. We'll have a good time. It's all good. I have the chickens, and
are we up on Facebook? No,
we should be.
I can never find it, so don't pay attention to me. All right, let's go. Chickens.
We have the chickens, and we had a bag of feed, and there's 2 little feeders. There's a small one that they can there's a small one that doesn't hold a whole lot of feed, and then there's a bigger one that holds a lot that you can hang. that you're supposed to use when they get a little bigger. Well, Jack decided he wanted to fill that one for them and dumped the entire bag of feed out.
Yeah.
I swept for like an hour and it's still everywhere.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm just going to have to bring the vacuum in here and do the best I can. And I was going to do that today, but it was 103 degrees, so we went to the water park instead.
That's hot.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't go outside and try to do too much.
I mowed for 30 minutes when I got home, but it was like 8 o'clock.
Did you mow? Yeah, I mowed today too. But
You mowed for 30
minutes.
minutes, so you just mowed a piece?
I got
Just a
like
tiny piece.
3 laps around the yard done, and I was like, okay,
Fuck
well,
those. Yeah, that's
out of time.
good enough.
I could have done a little bit more, but I was like, I would like to take a shower and not feel completely disgusting. So
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
listen, Sarah, I saw you tweeting about this earlier, and I just saw it right here. What does Stephen A. Smith do? Because I was actually, I'll be quite honest in a moment of transparency. I went around the internet talking shit about him today, and I didn't know what he did, but I saw everybody talking shit. So I was like, hey, well, the A stands for assholes, everybody. Stephen A. Smith, A stands for asshole. But I
Okay.
I'm
just
not
got
sure what he did, but fuck him.
No.
well, I got a brief glimpse of what he did.
Tell him what he did. The
Stephen
fuck.
A. Smith has been, with a lot of the very important issues, Stephen A. Smith has been very vocal, has taken a very strong stance on things. There is a baseball player named Shohei Ohtani. He is, a lot of people have called him the second coming of Babe Ruth. He's a pitcher. He's also the California Angels DH. He's hit 33
And that's
home
a
runs.
designated hitter.
hitter. That is right.
Yeah, you the team.
There
So
you go.
normally pitchers don't hit shit.
Normally pitchers don't hit. Now,
Oh, really?
it's been crazy. Like in the National League, pitchers hit. In the American League, pitchers don't hit.
That's right.
Pitchers
Last-
don't hit, like they don't line up to hit the ball
No.
at all.
They do
Is
not
that
get in the
because of
batter's box
because
at
they
all.
throw?
That's the purpose of it. They spend so much time working on what they're doing on the mound that
Yeah.
they just don't.
If I
develop
played
hitting.
baseball my whole entire life, right? So I know these dudes probably hit the ball in little league and in college
Yeah.
and all that stuff. If I played baseball my entire life only to get to the majors and for you to tell me no, you can't hit the ball because you pitch, I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah,
I'd be pretty mad because baseball
and
to
the
me,
thing is,
it's all about hitting that ball.
yeah, and now it's become such. Baseball has become such a pitcher sport. Like the art of pitching has really developed in the last few seasons. Now that they've like gotten rid of that whole sticky stuff situation, it's kind of another story. But Shohei is from Japan. Big, like I have never seen a dude. This guy looks like
He's
a
huge,
giant.
man. He's like 6'8".
Like huge. Oh,
Six-
wow.
He's a big
He's
dude.
a big boy.
But he's probably the most adorable person you will see. Like anytime, when now they're checking the pitchers for sticky substances on their hats and their gloves and everything else because they're using substances to increase their spin rate, which has made baseball kind of bland this season because people can't really. I mean, it's a game of strikeouts, so
Yeah.
they crack down on it. And when they're checking these pitchers, like you've had guys that are so mad that they're pulling their pants down out there on the field
Yeah.
and talking shit to the umpires.
Pulling their pants down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pitchers
What
have
is-
what
To
they're
be
doing is they're
through them,
checking,
bro.
they're checking their hat, their glove, and they're
Oh,
checking
they're like
their
they're pulling their
belt.
pants down. Like, here, come look under my balls and make sure I don't
Yeah.
have anything. You son of a bitch, you.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what it's turned into. Some of them have been real mad. They checked him during, they have to check the starting pitcher at least twice. His last start, they checked him and he walks over and he just takes his hat off and he bows and he holds his hands out and he holds his gloves out and he shows them his belt and he's just got this big smile on. Like he's just this real wholesome, probably the most wholesome player in baseball right
Well,
now.
it's so stupid because
He can't
I
be
don't
too
know.
wholesome because Stephen A's coming after his ass.
Well,
What'd
That's
he do?
right.
Here's
Yeah.
why.
Fuck.
He does not speak English. He requires an interpreter, which is nothing new in
Really?
baseball.
No, because
There-
even
that's-
dudes from like Puerto Rico or
Yeah,
Cuba or
there's
whatever have
there's
an
a lot of
interpreter.
Dominican players that have to have interpreters.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ronald Acuna Jr. has learned some English, but he still requires an
Well,
interpreter for most.
Vlad Guerrero
Vladimir
Jr.
Guerrero.
He doesn't speak.
I
English.
believe
He can
Yao
speak a little
Ming
bit.
had a translator.
He
Yao
probably
Ming had
did.
an interpreter
He probably
So
because his name is Ming Yao. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah, so Shohei requires an interpreter. Stephen A. Smith said that Shohei cannot be considered a face of baseball, which a lot of people have turned him into. He's been one of the biggest stories of the season. as a starting pitcher who leads all of Major League Baseball in home
hits.
runs hit.
In home runs, yeah.
He's ahead of the biggest stars in the game. And Stephen A. Smith said that he cannot be a face of baseball because he requires an interpreter.
That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit.
That's kind of fucked up. So everybody got pissed. And then he came on and he was like, listen, I don't have a problem with Shohei. I think he's a great character. I love to see him in the game. I think he can be great for the game of baseball, but not in the United States, because in the United States, the demographic is older and they don't want a face of baseball that requires an interpreter. And I was like, so you did not just retract your statement. You
actually made it fucking worse. Yeah.
And said you basically called baseball fans a bunch of old racists that aren't going to accept this guy. Well, guess what? You have your old guys that think that they think the DH should go away altogether. They don't like the guys that are bat flipping. They don't like the guys that are showboating. They hate the chains. They think Fernando Tatis Jr. and Ronald Acuna are a disgrace because they're flashy players. And then you have the crowd that just basically went, we don't care.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so he pissed a lot of people off with that.
Yeah, that pisses me off. That's bullshit. Who gives a fuck?
I think he was trying to be pro-American, but he picked the wrong place to do it. And baseball, because baseball is a very international sport.
Absolutely.
Like
all sports are. That's just
but baseball has a different twist though, because they go and get players from the Dominican Republic and they go and get players from Japan. I mean, you have international players on baseball teams for years that
even got a fucking
English.
Couple Canadians in there, a couple of hosers.
I'll go back to Fernando Valenzuela. He didn't speak the best English in the world, but the Dodgers had him hoisted up like, yo, this is the Dodger. You got to kiss his feet if you want to come watch the game. So, he picked the wrong platform to say go America, because this isn't baseball's, especially like you're talking about the flashy players and wearing the chains and everything. Baseball has changed a whole lot. It's not the same red, white, and blue stern sport that people tried to make it. Like you said, all sports now, they're international melting pots.
It's like last year, the last couple of years, you've seen a lot of people make a big deal about the unwritten rules of baseball. Like the Padres were up by 7 runs last year, bases loaded. Fernando Tatis got a 3-0 pitch right down the middle of the plate. He swung on it, grand slam. And people were mad at him for it. And
they're mad at him for swinging the bat.
Yeah, they were mad at him.
You don't swing on a 3-0 because the chances are you're going to get a walk.
It was the fact that they were up by 7 runs. It was the 7th inning, so it's already a blowout game.
Hate to hit the fucking ball. He's going to do his job.
So they get mad at him because he hit a grand slam and made it an 11-run game. But in the last couple of years, there have been a lot of games where teams are up by 8 or 9 runs and they lose.
Yeah.
Swing the bat. If you've got a pitch, swing it. That's what you should be doing. They don't care that these guys, I mean, he's getting $314 million now.
Yeah.
Because he did that kind of stuff last year.
Yeah. So who gives a shit?
It's been a weird couple of years for baseball, but I'm here for it.
What was going on with all the guys throwing up?
What's that?
All the guys throwing up. Oh, there has been a couple of guys. I don't know. I don't know what that was. A couple of guys have gotten sick on the mound this year, and it's been kind of weird.
Maybe they inhaled some of the sticky substance or got some on their mouth.
They swallowed it. Oh shit! The jig is up.
This is not good.
Surgery, fucking.
They're playing the All-Star game tonight, so it's been fun.
It's been fun. Good.
It's been a fun couple of days. The All-Star game is always pretty cool. They had the home run derby last night, and that was...
Who won?
Pete Alonso freaking won again. He can't hit a home run to save his life this season, but
the fucking derby.
He won the home run derby. Shohei kind of choked. Yeah. Well, actually, Shohei went to 2... so him and Juan Soto tied the first round, so they had the additional minute.
Yeah.
So they tied there, and then they're given a sudden death, 3 swings. Whoever hits the most home runs in the 3 swings wins. And Soto went 3 for 3, and Shohei hit a ground ball on his first one, so he got him.
Yeah. How did Vladdy do? Was he in it? Was Vlad in it?
Vladdy didn't do it. It was a weird home run derby because Shohei was the only guy like even close to the top because Ronald Acuna's hurt now. Fernando Tatis didn't do it. Vladdy didn't do it. So, but Trey Mancini did do it. The guy that had stage 3 colon cancer and missed all of last year.
Yeah.
He took second in the derby.
Good for him. Fuck yeah.
It was fun.
That's awesome.
It's been a cool season.
What do you guys think about this? You heard about what's going on in Texas with the gun law?
What are they doing?
No.
What are they doing in Texas?
I want to say it might already be in effect, but you don't need a permit to carry a gun in Texas anymore. To carry
I did hear
a
that.
pistol. Yeah.
I
Before
did hear that.
you didn't need one, I don't think, to carry a rifle or a shotgun or whatever, but who walks around with that shit? But now you walk around with your pistol on your hip.
They're doing constitutional carry instead of.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody has a gun.
So do you still need? I guess America's different because you have to get like up here. You got to have permits and shit to buy a gun. I
don't think you need the permit to buy a gun. You have to have. I believe you have to have a license to buy.
Sorry.
Yeah, license. Yeah.
You got to have a license. But the permit is what you needed after you have your license. You have a license to have your gun, I believe, but your permit allows you to carry it.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't need permits anymore.
Yeah,
so I guess you go buy your gun.
You can't do that up here.
I had heard
that shit locked up.
I had heard about somebody that was doing extended domain where your car is considered part of your home.
So that's
So
like
you
a
don't have to
self-defense
have-
thing. So you have your gun, you
so
can
that
fucking.
you don't have to have a permit to have your gun in your car. But I hadn't heard that they were. But see, a lot of states.
Oh yeah, they changed the law.
There are a lot of states that have gone to constitutional carry. I know
California's going to go too. California's going to go too because they've loosened up a lot of the regulations on the CCW. So I imagine probably within the next 10 years I don't know. California's sort of weird, but in Texas,
I feel like
Texas
California will go be one of the last ones. Kind of like Kansas is still out on medical marijuana. I feel like California's the first on the weed. Kansas is the last. Kansas is like one of the first on the guns. California will be one of the last.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe California may not do that because California is as loosey goosey as it seems. It is a lot of conservatives, and that's just I don't know. That seems dangerous to me. Seems dangerous to me. Telling everybody that if you have the money and you're not a felon,
JB.
go buy your gun. What's up, JBZ?
JB.
You go and buy your damn gun and walk around. It makes sense to me, but I don't think it should be. Everybody can carry a gun. It should be, let's make it a lot easier for people to get concealed carry permits, because then there's still a little bit of leeway and you can play with not just everybody walking around with a gun. I get a fake license and a fake ID and go buy a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they should still regulate it a little bit. But now they're going to walk around like the Wild West. And it's a stand your ground state. So like I read a lot of
Texas.
I read a lot of USA news. Just all the news I read is USA news. And Texas, man, every day people are shooting each other out there, man.
That is fucked.
Yeah, every day. And you know what? What is it? The good guys with guns? There's a lot of good guys with gun stories circulating out of Texas right now. Somebody comes up shooting, dude comes out of his car and kills the man that was shooting at people for no reason. It's numerous stories like that.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah, that is one of the benefits of like the laws that places like Texas. Oklahoma is a pretty loose gun state as well. And then Kansas, like this little strip right here, you don't want to come up fucking around with anybody out here. Like especially like where this little area where I live, we're sandwiched couple miles from Kansas, couple miles from Texas, just this little thin strip of Oklahoma. This place is really like there were some people breaking into houses right here in my little neighborhood there for a while. And all it took was one person saw them coming up their driveway on their security camera and met them at the door.
I'm sure.
With a weapon pointed at them and said, "You're going to quit now." Like they had
he was nice.
Yeah.
He was like, "You've got one chance to get out of here and don't ever come back."
Just fucking quotes Home Alone.
I mean, the guy.
Count of three.
Yeah.
Get your ugly yellow no good quiche off my property.
Well, or even make it interesting. Just make sure nobody's out there with him, and if he's by himself, open the door up and invite him in. Come on in. Come on and get what you're looking for. You left the house tonight looking for this. You playing this stupid game. Come inside my dark home to try to get this stupid prize.
Right.
Kaboom.
Like they had, they had taken some stuff out of my kid's grandfather's work truck. There was a couple that lived up the street from us. They have twin daughters. They had stolen their tablets. Like they came into Verizon when I was still there, asking if there was any way we could track them. So I'd helped them pull up the tablets on their Google account, and you could see where they were going to, and all of a sudden they disappeared. And so it was like, okay, that's where they turned them off at. And so they kind of were zeroing in on these people, and they showed up, like they knew what area they were hitting. The guy was standing at the door with, like, he had the door open and was right there. And he said, "You're done." And he's like, "You're done. You're not coming into anybody else's house. You're not, this is the end of it." And he had called the cops. He's like, you guys are finished. Which out here, it takes the cops a while to get anywhere, but he kept them right there and they were done.
Wow. Good for
Well,
him.
that's a nice guy. Because he should have got what he was looking for. He should have got what he was looking for. It's a lot of stupid people out here, and they don't care about other people. They don't give a shit about their belongings. Don't give a shit about their lives. Walking around ruining shit. They'll steal a catalytic converter out of someone's car. Now they can't get to work. Now they got a whole new, can't drop the kids off at the babysitter. Some of these motherfuckers need to be dumped inside the Grand Canyon and the lid put back on and sealed real tight. And just leave the fucking pieces of shit in there, man. Leave them in
right?
there.
Like I had no idea. Like I've heard of people stealing like your license plate out here. Like out here, if they want, like, if they're doing that kind of shit, they're taking your whole tag. Yeah. But then like Christian had posted something about somebody trying to steal the registration sticker off of his car, and I was like,
You got to cut it with a razor blade. You got to go like this.
Yeah. I was like, why would you just try to peel the sticker off? Why wouldn't you just take the whole tag and then get the sticker whenever you get where you're going? Like, what the hell? What is with y'all out in California? Like, that's too much time.
I drove illegally for quite some time, and I'll tell you why. Because it's much quicker for me to peel off your sticker than to steal your license plate.
There you go.
Because I got to unscrew it. The sticker was all I want anyway. I just need the year sticker. Yeah, so that's why I said you got to cut it. People put their stuff on layers. You put your sticker on layers. You got 4 layers. All I got to do is get a piece of a fingernail right at the corner. It peels off.
They never peel the one off.
Yeah.
See, I tried to peel, like, I did that one time. I tried to peel my old one off before I put my new one on, and the old one was like, fuck you, I'm staying right here. And I'm like, how did people...
You got to have thievy fingertips.
I guess maybe I'm just not. Maybe it's just not in my DNA to.
Yeah, your fingertips not thievy enough. Your fingers got to be a little sticky.
My fingers are not sticky enough. Like all I would do, I would walk up there with like a power screwdriver and just zip.
Nah, because
just
the
totally inconspicuous. The fuck is that?
Now listen, okay. In Oklahoma, I don't know. Do you guys have to have one on the front and the back of your car out there?
California is a 2-plate state.
Not here.
You don't have to do that out here. You only have to have it on the back. And nobody puts 4 screws in them. Like everybody's got the top 2 in there, and that's it.
1 screw.
And if you get one of those little, those little toolkits you can buy, the toolkits for women at Walmart where the tools are like pink and purple and shit like that. You go get one of those, that little power screwdriver that's in there that has 800 different attachments. It's like
that's so fucking funny. I can't, like, we don't have stickers. We don't have stickers anymore. We don't
really.
How do they do that?
What did you say anymore?
It's all on the computer. It's all on the computer now.
And that's changed since you've been alive.
Yes. Yeah. We used to have the stickers. I remember getting registration when I was like younger, for sure. You put the stickers on the fucking thing.
Do you still even have to go inside of a place to re-register your car?
Register online.
Yeah, online.
Really? Well, they
get pulled over. You get pulled over. They run your plate. Check your license. If it matches, it matches. It used to be with the sticker for sure. It's like, oh, your sticker's fucking, Absolutely,
yeah, that's a cumbersome nonsense.
But that's fucking dumb. Why don't you just, or they could probably just like take your license and fucking beep. You're good. Whatever.
Yeah. See, like mine, I forgot to put the sticker on one time. I got everything in and I stuck it in my car so I wouldn't forget, and it was in my glove box. I don't ever get in my glove box for anything. And I got stopped and the cop was like, your tags are expired. And I was like, no, they're not. And I just pulled it out and I was like, and he goes, put the sticker on your damn car. And I was like, I'll do it as soon as and he was like, no, get out and do it now so you don't get stopped again. And I was like, oh, I mean, I'm 2 blocks from where I'm going, but yes, sir, I'll do it right now.
I'm a black man.
Right there.
I'm a black man in America. I walk inside the DMV, get my registration sticker. I'm opening the shit as I walk to the door. Before I do anything else, I'm putting my sticker on my car because I'm not giving them no extra reasons to shoot at me.
I saw a meme and it was this dude. I don't know where it was at, but they had a piece of paper taped where their license plate should be, and it said, "On God, I'm going to the DMV."
Oh God, I'm going to the DMV.
Yeah, that's an idiot.
That's an idiot. That's what you would call an idiot in their natural habitat.
He's an idiot. Yeah, I put my sticker on. I put my sticker on immediately, and I tell people don't layer your stickers because if you layer them, it's easier to peel them off.
And if you get too many on there, they can fucking fall off. You lose all of them.
Yeah. The sun will dry that stuff out. The DMV has changed to a lot of online stuff because of COVID-19. They should have changed to a lot of online stuff before, but they're just whatever they want. Their brother had extra money, but as of now, a lot of that stuff is automated. So I imagine they probably get rid of stickers because it's pointless, especially if people steal them.
Yeah, you don't.
You should just have like what month it has to it's printed on the tag or it's put on the tag when you get it. What month you have to renew it, and just go from there. Like run your tag. Yeah, it's
they
good.
were talking about digital license plates too.
Did they give you when you guys used to register your stuff at a DMV? Well, I guess when you still did, you get like your registration card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't give
we
those
just
out
get
either.
we don't have like an actual registration. We just have we get the receipt when we pay for it, and that's it.
Yeah, they don't do
California,
that.
I got my registration card in my glove box.
See, I got stopped one time and I was in Texas. That was a whole fun thing. I had a red Pontiac G6 and the windows were blacked the fuck out on it.
Uh-huh.
How much
did that cost you?
That car was awesome. Well, I was in Texas and I get pulled over and I'm like, I'm not speeding. What the hell did I do? So the cop comes up, and this was right when the cops had started approaching on the passenger side instead of the driver's side. So I'm waiting for him because I haven't been stopped in a long time. And he knocks on the other window and I was like, oh, scared the shit out of me, dude. So I rolled the window down. I was like, hey, what's up? And he was like, I pulled you over because of your tint, but I see that you're from Kansas, so I can't do anything. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, but I'm just going to tell you, anytime you're down here, you're probably going to get a lot of shit for that. And I was like, I bought the car this way. I didn't, this isn't something I put on. I bought a used car. It was already like this. And he goes, well, you might want to look into maybe getting it reduced. Do you come down here a lot? And I was like, no. Wrong. I was there 3 times a week at that point in time. But I was like, no, sir, I'm not here very often. He was like, well, you probably don't have to worry about it too much, but states that have a tint law, you might have some problem with. And I was like, thank you for letting me know about that. And he was like, it's always weird when I stop somebody from another state because Texas has you have to have your tags on the front and the back, but they give you a tag and then you have a little sticker that you put in your windshield and they scan that. I think all their stuff's online too, because I'll see people that have had the same vehicle for a long time and their tag will say 99 on it. And they've got that little thing in their windshield and boop.
What a waste of fucking resources.
Killing trees for no damn reason.
Why even print a tag if you're going to make somebody put that thing in your, why don't you put, I don't know.
You got one plate here, so your rear plate, and that's it. Mm-hmm. You don't need the front one.
They have to have it on the front
too. You used to have
to
have two up here, but then they just said, meh, fuck them. If we pull you over, we're not looking at your front plate.
The first time I ever heard of somebody having to have 2 license plates, I was like, you what?
Yeah.
That's I've had cars that didn't even have a front license plate thing on them. I'm so if I move to Texas, I got to put the thing on there and I was like, I don't want to do all of that. And I have my sports team tag on the front.
Yeah, come on.
Get rid of that shit if you're coming to Cali, sister. It's a 2-plate state.
But
see, so the way that people get around that here is that they put the front plate in the little part of the dashboard in the windshield where it meant, so they'll set it in there. And that's not really a thing, but I mean,
can't do that.
That's what they do because a lot of people don't want to. Well, the police a lot of times don't really trip on that. If you have it there, it's in the front of the car. Yeah, they don't Yeah.
Fuck man, the cops here look for all like tent and all that shit. Like they have nothing fucking better than give you a ticket
the cops
for tent.
where I'm from,
They'll
didn't
pull you
have
over and
shit
say,
to do with it.
"You're fucked, man. That's too dark."
That's how I was in the 90s. Every car that I got, this is the first car I've gotten that I didn't remove the tent. Up until I've had, I think, 6 cars. I've taken the tent off every car I had. And I had a Jetta that my brother gave me. The tent was real dark. I spent a day and a half taking that tent off myself.
Yeah.
Every car I've had, I've taken the tent off.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't like window tint. I just don't trust it. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of things in my DNA that's different. So window tint, I can't see who's in the car when you're pulling up. So I'd rather we not. Let's everybody just take off the tent and make sure that it's nice and safe when I'm walking to the store.
Like that's how I never really cared. I've never.
You should start doing a fucking citizen's arrest, like a citizen's window tint. I can't see that motherfucker.
Have you ever seen Boys in the Hood? The movie Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
There's a scene in Boys in the Hood where the window comes down. It's really dark. It comes down, and dude is sitting there with the shotgun. Yeah. Every time I said citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
Never mind, guys. Have a good day.
It's fine. I made a mistake. Yeah.
I thought you
were someone else.
Someone else.
Yeah, no way. But I don't trust window tints.
See, I have never. I always if I get a car, there's other things that I might want to put the money into that it takes to tint your windows like that. Because I'm not going to do it myself. Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, no, I don't trust I can't. There's a lot of things that I am not good at, and putting anything on straight.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare do that.
No,
I wouldn't, because I know you've seen the cars with the bubbles in the windows, and once that shit hardens on there, it's not easy to take off. I definitely wouldn't do that.
No,
I just started doing shit to my car. I just changed. Within the last year, I started changing flat tires. Before then, this is somebody's job. Get on the phone. Somebody come over here and fix this goddamn tire so I don't cut off my hand.
Yeah, see, that's like my, like I had said before on here, my dad never taught me how to do any of that stuff. And his reasoning was, I thought you'd be like the other two and just get married and I wouldn't have to. And I had a friend finally that taught me how to if you get a nail in your tire, how to patch it. Like, went and bought me like 6 patch kits from Walmart, put them in my car and showed me how to do it. And I was like, I'm probably still going to call somebody. Like, I know how to do this now, and I can change a tire if I have to. Shit, I even had to. I was leaving a restaurant one night, and somebody that was in the car with me yelled right as I was turning out into the street, and I hit the curb, and it ripped a chunk out of my tire like this big. Thank God Walmart was like a block away, so I rolled up into Walmart, and my tire was done. Like, the hole was huge, and I'm just like. And it was a Jeep. That was the thing that pissed me off the most. It was a Jeep. Do you know how many Jeeps I've driven where I could just run over anything I wanted and it didn't fucking matter because it was a Jeep? No, that didn't happen with this vehicle. But the tire department was closed because it's like 11:30 at night.
Of course.
And the lady was like, I can't sell you. I can't open it up and say. I was like, listen, I'm sleeping in your parking lot if you don't. And my house is 10 minutes away. I'm not doing that shit. I don't want to. Sell me a fucking tire. And she wasn't going to do it. So I was like, all right. And I knew the guy that was the manager at the time. So I just busted out my phone and called him. And she thought I was bluffing. And I was like, Keith, yeah, you need to talk to this woman. And so I hand her the phone. And she was like, the only one isn't mounted. And he goes, she can figure that part out. Sell her the damn tire. I unmounted and mounted a tire myself in the Walmart parking lot. And I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it right.
They just sold you the fucking rubber.
They sold me the display tire because it was the only one they had that was the right size for my Jeep.
That's not easy. That's not easy. Good for you.
And I had been and thankfully, it was one of those nights where I knew I was going to be driving, so I had 2 margaritas, and we were there for 5 hours, and we ate pizza. So I walked out of there feeling fine. Yeah. And, I get to Walmart and I'm like, I'm about to do this after drinking alcohol and everything. And this dude was in the parking lot and saw what was happening. He was like, do you know what you're doing? I was like, I have no idea. And he was like, try this. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, try it. It'll work. I'm like, okay. Didn't ask him if he wanted to help me or anything, but he stood there and watched me do the entire thing. And I was like, you could have just done it, but it's cool. I learned something.
He didn't want to step on your toes.
That's
Right?
it.
I was like, that's fine. I don't care.
That's right.
It's all good.
Well, good job.
Good for you. Oh, good morning, C. Good morning,
Hi,
Mason.
see?
Hey,
Nice
to
everybody.
see you.
What do you guys think about all these billionaires going to space? Why? Why is it?
It's a fucking all this is a goddamn dick measuring contest.
Yeah.
So I go to fucking space if I want to because I got the money.
I think-
Motherfucker, fuck off and
Nah,
stay there then.
I think it's more. I think it's
That's
more.
horseshit. What do you
They're
think?
getting
I think
ready-
it's
they're,
more.
They're all planning to get the fuck out of here.
I
Good.
think they're
Get him out of here,
because
though.
see, a book. Well, you know, and I don't even think it's so much that the billionaires themselves are trying to get out of here, but I think that they're the only ones in a position to be able to do what has to be done, and that's pollinate the other planets. You know, you go like scientists have always said, the humanity is probably going to extinguish here after a certain point, unless we go other places where if something happens here, catastrophic, it wouldn't affect those humans there, and the species would still thrive. So
Okay.
I believe that the race itself is more than just the billionaires trying to get out there. They're in the position and they have the money to waste on airplanes or spaceships, whatever that might blow up in the experimental stages that we're in right now, trying to find out what's going on up there. But I believe that there's it's going to be a migration of humanity at some point.
Petitions
Yeah, that's
for
so
red-
dumb.
Good.
People are so stupid.
Good.
What? Cinema?
Send them all. Fuck 'em.
What's up, C? Yeah, that's what I think. I think that they're headed to space to start pollinating other planets, especially with
God
artificial
bless 'em.
intelligence.
I'll sit
Yeah.
here and I'll fucking cheers the goddamn asteroid or fucking comet, whoever the fuck blows this bitch apart. The tidal wave, I don't know.
Yeah.
The earthquake that just like and we all fall into fucking nothing. I don't give a fuck. I'm not flying to goddamn space.
Nah.
Fuck.
I'm-
I'll fucking
nah,
die right here. That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm
not
good.
going.
I'm good.
I'll
I
stay.
Listen, you know what?
don't
You're
like
gonna die
airplanes.
if you stay there. I'll say, and
I don't like airplanes.
Nope.
There's no
No.
goddamn Jesus tap dancing Christ way in hell that you're gonna get me to put on a fucking airtight suit
dude, put on the spacesuit, bro.
that's covering my face. You know what? We're not even in the spaceship yet, guys. I'm in this suit, and then you put this thing on,
It's not
And lock it
claustrophobic at
on?
all.
so now no air can get inside of this thing at all. There's a space movie. I want to say it's George Clooney and
Yeah, it's,
Sandra Bullock.
Gravity.
Yep.
Gravity.
Gravity.
Ooh, anybody listening? Get high and watch Gravity. That
I
your
don't
anxiety,
recommend that.
your anxiety will fucking. It's worse than The Revenant. The Revenant to me is an anxious ass movie because of the film angles. But that space movie, dude, I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
I
gotta
was
use the bathroom.
sober and my anxiety was through the fucking roof.
There's
Shit was
no
crazy.
way. If they told me, hey, the comet's coming, everybody has to get on a spaceship. I swear to God, I would make sure that my wife and my children and my cat got there safely. I'm coming back to the fucking house to smoke some weed. I'm not getting on
How
a
much
spaceship.
time? How much time do I have?
How much time I got? How much
All right.
time I got? I'm gonna turn on some porn, turn on a video game, play my music loud as hell. But I tell you what, I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna get
going
on
on
that
the fucking
goddamn
ship.
spaceship. Hell.
Fuck
Hell no.
humanity. That's what I'm saying. Fuck.
You know, have you guys ever seen the 18? BA was scared to get on the helicopter and they'd have to trick him and drug him. Every time they did that to him, I say, you stupid motherfucker. You know that they're about to get you on that shit. Beat everybody up. You got an AK-47 in your van. I'm not getting on no goddamn airplane. I don't give a fuck about saving the president of Nicaragua. Fuck that airplane.
That's it. Fuck you.
Fuck space.
Fuck space,
So
guys.
okay, so you had asked earlier, who do you think the first rapper is going to be? And a
Oh, in
lot of
outer
people think
space?
it's going to
didn't
be
we say
Kanye.
Kanye? Was it
Yeah,
A
I
Kanye?
lot of
so.
people think it's going to be Kanye.
Kanye.
I think it's gonna be Kanye West.
If it's not
I
Kanye,
wouldn't
it's
be
Gucci.
surprised.
It's gonna go brr in space. Because
You-
literally,
I
like,
would
brr,
say,
it's
like-
called a brr.
I would say like
Fucking-
Kanye might have shot himself in the foot like with this whole divorce thing.
Well, as far as what, just
Because,
in society,
like, the-
period.
No, not in society, period. But like,
Have you
you
seen him
know,
lately?
I haven't.
He's a
he's got-
supervillain.
It's a
He's
super.
got
His
he's
fucking face is on
banging
the
Bradley
moon.
Cooper's baby mama.
He's a supervillain now, dude. He wears these masks that cover up his whole face. Any good supervillain, they lost their wife or they lost some animal or something they really cared about. He lost Kim Kardashian, and that's it, bro. He's about to try to destroy. Kanye West is going to be the reason that we have to leave Earth.
He's got the death ray. Son of a
See, he's
bitch.
not going to space. He's going to be the reason we all have to go to
Well,
space.
shit. Or he's gonna go to space and take the death ray with him, like Joe just said, and it's gonna be a fucking rap for us all.
Death ray. Yeah.
He needs
like-
to be inside the Grand Canyon with the rest of them. Close the lid tight.
I
Flush
like
the toilet.
Kanye. I do. I don't dislike Kanye West. I don't.
I'm indifferent.
I think he's an evil villain.
Yeah.
I do. I think he's turning into the
best.
hip hop Lex Luthor.
Ever since, Kanye was
I do.
musically, I think Kanye is amazing. And he was like a pretty stable person when his mom was, as soon as he lost his mom, Kanye lost Kanye has been a loose cannon ever since.
Yeah,
He's just waiting to completely
And his
snap.
music changed drastically. His behavior, his characteristics, yeah. And there's no way on God's earth that you can tell me that him losing that woman is gonna make him more sane. Hell no.
Nope.
There's pictures of him at Fashion Week, and he's wearing these things over his face, and he has on his new shoes, and he looks like he's about to press a red button. I'm telling you, he's an evil villain, dude. I don't trust Kanye West.
I just kind of feel like, obviously Kanye's got money. But I feel like Travis Scott may be another candidate from the rap
Well, yeah,
community.
thank
to
you,
be the
because
first
I was
one.
thinking that today at supper. It's like Travis Scott, Astro World, full effect.
He is,
yeah.
he's so into that whole vibe anyway. And he's got the Kardashian money still because, I
That's
guess
true.
him and Kylie are on the on again side of things.
Oh, he's
Yes.
he's in for life. He got her pregnant. There's no matter what the news stories say.
There's rumors that she's pregnant again.
Oh yeah, he's in there for life. He's in there. If they
Oh,
don't ever kill each other or somebody get married, even if somebody has a relationship, oh no, they'll always be
Yeah.
together. That's just sort of how it goes.
Friends
Yeah,
forever.
Travis
See,
Scott to me though,
And
he-
anybody that wants to know how I know all of that shit, I do follow Kylie because I do like her.
nice.
So,
Nothing wrong with that.
There.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm
Anybody that wants
indifferent.
to give me shit, I love Kylie.
She busts her ass to be a celebrity. You should follow her. I give celebrities their props all the time. But
Well,
to
and
me,
she's done and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right here. If you walk into my bathroom right now, 97% of my makeup is that light
Nothing
pink
wrong.
that says Kylie right across the front of it.
nothing wrong with
Deal
that.
with it.
Nothing wrong with that. I got a bottle of Paris Hilton cologne up there,
Paris Hilton made cologne?
and
used to
I
perfume.
wear it a lot.
Holy Christ on the cross.
So look, I'm gonna say Paris Hilton. No plug.
No,
No,
they gotta
yeah.
pay for that. They
I
gotta
wear
pay
it
for that
and-
shit.
When I wear it, and people are like, "Damn,
I
that
didn't know
smells really
she did
good."
cologne.
Yeah, what's that?
No
Paris
idea.
Hilton? Really? Absolutely.
Got
Where'd
that
you
shit.
get that? Don't fucking worry about it. But this is Travis
Don't
Scott though. I
fucking
watched
worry about it.
Travis Scott operating out in the real world, and he
Mhm.
just has certain tendencies that to me, if you're like, yo, Trav, you want to go to space? And to me, it's supposed to be like, nah, nigga, I'm straight. He just, you know what I'm saying? He just kind of that dude, like, you want to go? Nah, nigga, I'm straight. Kanye West will be like, yeah, I want to go out there. And Kanye West will probably be trying to get out the portal to get into space.
You
So he can try
open
to
the
find.
fucking open the door you're not supposed to open and stuck it
Kanye
wherever
West
the
wants to
fucking
bring
thing.
back a moon rock.
Yeah.
So he would be
Probably.
dangerous if we take him into space because he wants to come back with something. Travis Scott, he probably be like, nah, dog, that's just for video games and music.
Nah,
I gotta
nah,
put on the
Who else would be? Who else
It would
you
to me
see?
it'd have to be eccentric, like
Birdman's going.
you see, he's too gangster. I don't see any. I don't see too
Gangsters
many
in
gangster
space,
rappers.
dude.
Nah, I don't see no
Juvenile,
gangster
the whole
rappers.
fucking Juvenile, Little Wayne, all
Any-
those motherfuckers are going.
Any
Master
person
P.
who's been
Master P is
incarcerated,
Yeah,
they're
they're
not going to
not
get in
going.
the spaceship.
No, they're
No.
I have friends who would not come inside my house because the lock was broken at one time. So they said, well, we'll just chill on the porch. And then one of them actually fixed it because a dude that's been incarcerated, the last place he wants to go ever again is a little small space that he really can't escape from.
Yeah.
So I don't see any gangster rappers doing it because it's just, plus space ain't tough. Jail is tough. Space ain't tough. Because we have
You
found
get a
aliens
weapons
yet.
charge. You got credit. You went
Yeah,
to
that's-
space? Oh, what
Pussy.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you got money then. Okay.
You bitch made
you want
motherfucker.
a cookie, motherfucker? Yeah, and that's you know who else I can see going, and he's not necessarily a rapper, but I can see Puff Daddy going to space.
I can see that.
And I could hope that he would stay there.
I can see that.
I don't see Jay-Z going to space.
Nah, you
No.
Jay-Z's not going to space. Dr. Dre may go to space.
got 900 problems, but a spaceship ain't one.
It's a bunch.
I don't think
all
Eminem would go either.
Nah, Nah, he
They don't
seems
have
like
to
a
stay
he seems like a
sober
real
too
weird
long
dude
for
anyway. I
that.
don't think he does much of anything.
I don't
I don't think he does much. He still wears like the same outfits he was wearing in the 90s when he was popular. So I know he doesn't.
The
He's not
only
gonna leave the
thing he's done
atmosphere.
differently is grown a beard.
There's that
and quit
beard.
bleaching his hair.
Yeah, that's it.
And
So,
I
but
tell
I
you
think
what, like, I did not know. I didn't even recognize Eminem the first time I saw him with the beard and the dark hair because I've always thought he was weird looking. And I was like, who is that? Like, that guy doesn't look half bad. And they were like, that's him.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, no.
so
never
you
mind.
liked him with the beard.
I do. I do think
Okay.
he looks better with the beard.
Okay. Yeah, he looked like I don't know. He looked like if I saw Eminem with a beard walk into a room, I'd be keeping my eye on him until he left.
Look at that mother. What the fuck is he want?
Yeah, what's that motherfucker up
What's that
to?
guy
Like,
here for?
Can I help you, sir? Yeah. The fuck
And
out
his-
of here.
That's the guy. That's the guy you're taught to watch in customer service.
Yeah, because he looks super sketchy with that beard because it doesn't look real. I'm just waiting for him to peel it off and
Because
unveil
it's
him
so-
his true
yeah.
self.
Ta-da!
Like a Scooby-Doo villain. No thanks.
It's so well like trimmed down and like lined up and
Yeah,
everything.
it's
like-
perfect. In fact, I still am not completely convinced now that it was a real beard. How about that? I don't think it was
you
real.
could be right. Mason wants all the Kardashians and the cast from Jersey Shore. You're not taking my Snooki anywhere. No.
Oh, to space?
Yeah.
Space.
Oh no, hell, you guys, we don't want to meet the aliens. You send all those people out there, aliens
That's
are coming
you
back.
know what? You need diplomats. You need real people to
Yeah.
be like, spare us
Jack,
from
aliens
you
coming
death.
send Jack Black
You know,
to space,
Yeah,
goddammit.
send Jack Black and Dave
I don't
Grohl
know.
to
And The
space,
Rock.
and they could- yeah, send the
You
Rock.
send
I would
the
send The
Rock
Rock.
to space.
I would send the Rock.
I would send
I
The
think the
Rock.
Rock would know how to handle himself. Jack
That's
Black.
People's elbow all over those UFO.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, I
The
feel like
Rock,
The Rock
absolutely.
gets up there, and if there's some shit, he's a big enough guy, he can handle it.
But you know what about The Rock though? It seems like shit doesn't happen around him probably, because it looks like his energy just sort of demands and dictates everything around him. Jack Black, people laugh at Jack Black. Those aliens will start cracking up if he says, "Take me to your leader." The Rock wouldn't have to say nothing. He would just go,
Yeah.
and the aliens would be like,
The
"All
Rock
right,
would
all
just
right."
walk off the spaceship, and they'd be like, "Let's go. We got you.
Okay.
You don't want shit. We don't want any trouble."
With his hands in his pocket, like, "Come on, guys, come with me."
He just throw his jacket
Carrying
over
his
his
fucking
shoulder and be
bags.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. That's why we should send The Rock. Absolutely.
he goes out
said-
there, he walks out in a suit and just flips his suit jacket over his shoulder. It's like,
That's it. And come
Let's
on
go.
with me. If we saying Gucci Mane, he's gonna say,
Brr.
and the aliens might say, "That's a war cry. Get him." Vaporize
They've done vaporized
everything.
Earth. Yeah.
Everything.
do we
in a
sing?
matter of
Do we
seconds.
sing Cardi?
Cardi B?
Cardi
She
B?
can
Yeah.
fuck- I'm gonna throw her to the goddamn ship halfway there.
No.
Fuck her. man.
Because she's gonna be talking before
She's
she
gonna be
leaves, and I don't
thinking.
want to listen to that.
Flush herself under the space toilet.
I don't want to
Some
listen to
talk.
her make a diplomatic speech about how this is a big step for mankind and another hill jump for humanity or some bullshit. You know what I mean, y'all? No.
Fuck
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
No,
That's how
don't try-
annoying it is.
Don't try
I'm gonna
again.
go. That's horseshit. Fuck that.
You just shifted my spine. Don't try again.
Yeah.
Oh,
like this.
oh. She tried.
Do
She
you
tried to.
send-
She tried to trademark
you-
that, and the people said no.
Good.
For real.
Stop
she did.
that.
She did. She said, "I want
They
to
said,
trademark this
"Knock it
little
off."
noise." They said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Cut it out, you fucker.
Now,
That's
do
not,
you
that's
like?
not even a noise.
Now, if it gets to a point where they're like picking people, where it's not necessarily, oh yeah, I want to go, where they're picking people, are you sending like guys like 6ix9ine out there and getting rid of them? Are you?
Nah, because they're gonna come back. So in reality, in my mind, if we got to a point where they were like, we want to send just random people out into space because this is like the next step of the thing, to me that sounds like they're hatching something. So I need somebody competent and cohesive to go
That
up there.
spaceship is not coming back.
Right, or they're gonna rendezvous with somebody and I forgot his name. He passed away. He was the genius dude that was in the wheelchair. I always
Stephen
forget his
Hawking.
fucking
Stephen
name.
Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. But he made it very clear, like, you guys keep on looking and you're gonna find something. And before I die, let me tell you, you don't want to find anything. And the more we go out there, but
Let me tell you why. Because
I'm out. But they don't, we don't want to find aliens. We have no clue what's out there.
Don't find
they're
us.
not animals. They
I
will.
already have.
Yeah, they will. And to me, I read a lot of books when I graduated high school because I was trying to find myself. A lot of those books were conspiracy theory books and books about kind of off-center stuff. But a lot of those things are coming true. They're talking about this thing called Project Bluebeam. I don't know if you guys know about Project Bluebeam, but just
Wait,
Look it up and
heard-
peep it, and then imagine learning about Project Bluebeam in 1994. That's when I learned about it. And it talks about aliens coming back and how the government is going to be the reason that it happens. It even talks about Jesus coming back and how the government's going to be the reason that that happens. Climate control, it talks about the machines that they were going to put into play to make that happen. So you can be skeptical or, you know, whatever. But a lot of things I read when I was younger, to me, I see them coming. And at this point, with the alien stories in the news, so much like they're preparing us. It's okay. We think they are here. We were wrong before. Oh, look, we're seeing more of them. I believe that something's hatching, and we're going to see aliens or an equivalent.
Like, how bad is it though that the government is like, yeah, there's UFOs. Yeah.
That's my thing.
And everybody's just like, wait.
They disputed it. All our lives, they disputed it. Every single time somebody tried to present UFO information in the 80s and early 90s, you're fucking crazy. Get the fuck out of there. There's no aliens. Now they're like, hey, guys, the Navy has more videos they want to show everybody.
Fuck out of here. They're not
Why do you want us to know now? Like, see, that was one thing growing up. That was always one of the deals. Like, my dad would go on. My dad was a big, like, he would hang out on, like, sniper community chat boards and stuff like that, like back in the day, and he would always talk about all this stuff, and like I would sit there and listen to him sometimes, and I'm like, who'd you get this from, Dad? Like, what book I would stop and I'd be like, what are you reading right now? And it was always a Western, and I'm like, okay, so it's not anything he's getting from a book. Okay. And he would talk about all this stuff, and then when he passed away, last year I have a laptop that was his, and I was going to use it for all of this stuff, but it was too old. But I was able to like pull it up and access it. And he was writing a book. And I was sitting here reading through this thing, and I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. He didn't publish this. People would have thought my dad was fucking insane. But I was I read the entire thing, and 97% of the shit he said was going to happen in there has fucking happened since he died. And I'm like,
I'm telling you.
Like, I was going, if he would have published this shit when he was alive, people would have thought he was fucking crazy. But it, like, everything he's talking about in there, I'm like, that happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah. You can go back. You can go back to the movies.
That happened. And I'm like,
some stuff is inevitable.
What was my dad talking to?
The advance of computers and robotics, that's inevitable. You know, you can see that coming when we were kids. Like, one day this is going to be like this. And of course we see that. But man, it's all kind of, the world's changing. Don't you got the other show, Sarah?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a little bit shorter now because we were going to talk about pranking your kids, and I want to get to that before we go. The Midnight Morning Show will be starting here in about 15 minutes, guys. They can wait for me that long.
they love you. Yeah, I'm gonna start. We need to start pranking these kids.
Let's do it. What do you got? What do you got?
Well, I don't know, because most of my kids are old, so it would have to be something sort of complex. I haven't thought of anything yet. But my favorite prank, I don't know, it's not necessarily a prank, but I used to hide under the covers and just grab a leg. Yeah. That's, it's not too scary. The kids, it doesn't freak them out or traumatize them too much, but just that you just come out and grab their legs slowly out of nowhere. But it's I don't know. I see a lot of cruel pranks online on kids. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you got, Sarah? You came up with something?
I always like the I ate all your Halloween candy one.
Yeah. Oh, I've never done that one. Because I really eat it. It's no prank. I'm taking that shit.
That's it.
Like because we didn't do Halloween for a little while because of what the kid's dad believed. So we just, I would take the kids to do other stuff, and we would still go have fun, but we didn't do like Halloween, so we couldn't do it. So last year I was like, we are going all in.
Nice.
Like bought like badass costumes. We went to every house in town. Came back pillow, like they took these little buckets, and I had pillowcases that I was hauling behind them. So I'm walking behind them with one on each shoulder. We filled those suckers. And when we got home, I told them, I was like, we're going to learn a little lesson about taxes right now. Yeah. And I went through and took everything I wanted. And they were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, when mom gets a paycheck, the government comes in and says, we're going to take this, 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 and this. So they take a certain percentage of what I get. This is your paycheck, and I'm going to take my cut because I took you out to get it. Mm-hmm. And they're all like, what? What are you doing? So the first year, I just, they combined all of their stuff because they couldn't decide who wanted what and everything else. So they just put it all in one big bag. And so the first year I just hid it. And I was like, I don't know, guys. I have no idea where it is. And this past year I put it in a really good spot because I made them go like scavenger hunt for it the first year. This year I put it in a really good spot that they never would have even remotely thought to look in. And I put a bunch of wrappers out on the floor from the stuff that they had eaten the night before and the stuff that I had gone ahead and eaten. So I just put them all around my bed. And they were like, they came in the next morning. They're like, what's all this in here? Because they know that that is not something that I ever do. Like if there's anything on the floor, it's getting picked up right then and there. Yeah. And so they came in and they're like, Mom, why are there candy wrappers everywhere? And I was like, I don't know, but I don't feel very good. And then I had the same pillowcase for each bag. So I had emptied one of the pillowcases and I left it on the floor in the living room. And they went running out. They're like, Mom, our candy, the bag's empty. And I was like, oh no, I must have ate it all in my sleep. I had those kids going for like 2 hours. And I finally went and got the other one out and I was like, here, there's your shit.
Nice.
They were crying. I finally felt bad about it. And I was like, I can't ruin their first Halloween that Jack really knew what was going on.
Yeah, that's true. Next one is all you. Next time, get them.
I do. My favorite one that I like to do to them, though, you know how kids are notorious for, like, they'll get a snack out of a box that's in your cabinet. And after a couple days, you see that box still there, and you go to get a snack out of that box, and it's fucking empty, so you don't get shit.
Yep.
At Christmas time, I wrap those boxes. And when they misbehave, I throw one in the trash.
There you go.
And they think that they're losing presents, when in reality, it's just empty boxes that they have left in the cabinet and piss me off with.
That's funny.
And then I don't put their actual presents out until like Christmas. So I had them thinking that they were getting one gift apiece by Christmas Day this past year because I was like,
Right.
My parents used to put me and my brother's gifts out like a couple of weeks in advance, just like because my parents it's no Santa Claus. Y'all know who does this shit. So I think I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I snuck and I tore the corner. What happened?
I don't know.
Brother Joe, he'll be right back. But I tore every corner off of all the boxes to see what I got. But I didn't tear it all the way off, just a little bit. Put it back, taped it over, turned the boxes a certain way so they wouldn't be the wiser. The next day, the next day, oh man, I got the beating of my life. The one real good ass whooping I ever got from my father was for that right there. I got my ass whipped. Like as what's his name would say, whipped. Steve Harvey. I got whipped.
They didn't, they did the whole Santa Claus thing with me for a while. And we used to have like one of those campers that you would like put on the back of a pickup. Not like the giant fifth wheel, but the ones that sat like in the pickup bed type
I know what
thing.
you're talking about.
We had one of those. And so when it wasn't in use, it was just there. And I would go like play in it a lot of times. Like, it was like a playhouse for me kind of thing.
That's your clubhouse.
And they told me not to go in it one time, and I was like, why? What happened? And they said that there were bugs or something in it, and they needed to clean it out, and they just hadn't had time. And I was like, that seemed strange, but I didn't really question it. And then one day I was like, it's December. There's no bugs.
Right.
What are they talking about? So I went out there, and I couldn't get in it because it was locked. They never lock it. So obviously I'm instantly like, what's in here that they don't want me to know about? And I still thought Santa was real. So I start looking in windows and shit, and there's all the stuff I had asked for. And I'm like,
nice.
What's going on? And they didn't even, like, with my kids, if they find something, I'll be like, oh, Santa had to drop it off early. Because we went from no Christmas at all to now we're doing Christmas. Like, we left cookies out. I ate cookies this year. I don't even like cookies that much. Unless they're special cookies, but like, right? But
the best cookies.
Like,
Joe said the power went out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he said his power went out.
We did milk and cookies in the whole 9 yards, and
Nice.
You know, and I had to convince my kids that Santa was real and that he just didn't go visit the families that told him not to come. So that was how I got around it. So all of a sudden they think that Santa's real, and Jack found something that he had asked Santa for, and I was like, he goes, "Why is this here?" And I said, "Well, how do you really think Santa Claus can get all the way around the world in one night?"
Right.
And he was like, "I don't know." He's new to this. He doesn't know all the details. And I was like, sometimes he has to drop things off early. So Santa
Nice.
already had this. He just brought it by. And he was like, "Keep it put up for me." And he goes, "Well, does Santa wrap it?" And I said, "No, I'm going to wrap this one for you. But normally," I said, "the ones that Santa brings you on that night, you know, he takes care of it."
Absolutely.
And he was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
Totally
we control the narrative.
One of these days, he's going to wake up and like hear me saying this shit, and then I'm going to
Oh
go.
yeah. Nah, he'll figure it out. He'll probably figure it out before then.
No, I
These kids.
saw a meme. Like my daughter tried to tell me, she's like, "I know Santa's not real. I know it's just." She's like, "That's Granddad's friend Ronnie that dresses up as Santa for us every year."
Yeah, the internet
was
ruins
like-
things.
And I was like, "Why do you say that?" And she goes, "It is." And so I found a meme that was like, my dad told me when I was 10 years old that Santa's Claus isn't real, but I'm at the mall right now, and guess who's here, motherfucker?
That's funny.
So I showed her that, and she was like, "Santa goes to the mall?" I was like, "Yeah, Santa goes all over the place."
That's where he works.
So now she's kind of questioning me. She doesn't know if she believes me or not. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, she'll figure it out one way or another. No choice, because the internet does not play, and it will not let these kids stay innocent for long.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna climb on the roof and hide from the kids. That'll be my prank.
Yeah, but it probably won't turn out the way you want, because you'll be waiting for them to come looking for you, and they'll be like, psh, and close the door and go in the house, and it's party time. Where's mom?
Like,
I don't
Mom's
know.
gone.
Come on. Yep.
That's always the funny thing. Like if they know I'm in the house, they'll do it. Like they do not care. If they can't find me for a second, like I was cleaning my closet out, and I have these shelves that are built in, like in the closet. So I'm back in there, kind of around the corner, and I'm moving stuff around and I'm doing whatever, and they couldn't find me. And I mean, when I tell you these kids were wailing and crying.
Oh wow.
Because they couldn't find mom for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, in all honesty, it's probably pretty hard for me to play a prank on my kids, because I don't like to see them freaking out. That's why I never did it before. I don't know. I don't like to see my kids freaking out.
Like I don't know. I want to see Jack deserves it, because he tries to prank me all the time. Like he'll hide. He did it to me tonight. After we went to the water park, we ran by Walmart in the town that we were in, which is a much bigger town than the one I live in. It's only an hour away, but there's shit there. And he ran around the corner and hid. Like they had this display that stuck out a little bit, and he hid on one side of it. And then he wasn't answering me when I was like, "Jack, where'd you go?" So my child has just disappeared in a town that I don't live in. And I'm looking everywhere for him. And then all of a sudden I hear, and I was like, "You little." I had to be real careful with the words that were about to come out of my mouth, because I was mad.
Oh, I know. I got 4 kids. I know.
Hi, kitty cat. My pregnant cat does not seem to care at all about the chickens.
Yeah, she got kids in her stomach. She got bigger fish to fry. No pun intended.
I would have thought that she would be like, "Ooh, look, that's a bigger snack." But
her stomach probably hurt.
She is.
Like, I don't give a damn about
large.
that. Yeah, she in
And
pain.
she's my one. Like she stays pretty thin most of the time, but she's got long hair, so you can't tell. So whenever she gets pregnant, like you can. Oh, there it is. There's babies moving around.
Oh, that's disgusting. I don't want to see that.
You can't see it, but you can feel
Oh.
it. I sit there and rub her belly all the time, and the kittens kick me. Poor kitty. She's miserable. What else do we have anything else for tonight?
I think that's it. It's 9:15. I know your people waiting on you.
Yeah, they probably are now.
And Joe said his power's out, so I think he's done. We have to check on him
Sounds
later.
like me. Well, in that case, It was great. Do we tell everybody we've got some things going on behind the scenes here?
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
we don't know if we do or not.
Mm-mm. Nope. We'll keep it under wraps.
We don't tell
Keep it-
anybody anything.
Mm-mm. I stopped doing that shit about a year ago.
That's kind of what I've been doing here lately.
Yeah, I stopped. I see what happens when I do it. So I said, okay, it's one thing to say, hey, this is what I got going on, and it's another thing to put your seeds in other people's pots.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped seeding everybody's pots as much as I can.
True.
But nonetheless, it was good talking to you, sister.
You too.
And you take care of
Good
yourself,
talking
and
to
I will
Joe
see you
until he
soon.
disappeared.
Yeah, Joe. Well, you know, we'll link up on the internet and check on him in a minute.
Absolutely.
So you be
All
safe,
right.
and I'll see you in a minute.
You too. We'll see y'all later.
Everybody, thank you for coming out and tuning in. We see y'all in a minute.